gracious me!
Don't gamble with FIFA points. Head straight to the source at u7buy.com, and if you use the code TVM at the checkout, you get yourself a discount. Link in the description. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to go over old ground. I am going to talk about a player that I've reviewed already, but now that we're sort of at the back end of the game where EA have decided that we don't warrant fresh content, we have to just make do with what we have. So if you're still playing this game and maybe you are looking for an upgrade or maybe looking for a player to use that you may previously not have used, may I recommend to you Benjamin Pavard. Now this guy is cheap. This guy is very cheap. He's 20,000 coins across pretty much every platform, or 21,000 because I think he discards for around 20k. So for 21,000 coins, you get yourself a French right back who, okay, is only 86 rated, right? Let's just get that out in the open straight away. He has a relatively low rating compared to a lot of the other players around right now. Now, in my opinion, this is arguably one of the best right backs in the game, even without a chem style. And that's without a chem style right there, as you can see. He's got reasonably good defending and reasonably good physicals. His acceleration, sprint speed are fine. His passing is good. There's nothing really bad to say about that card. This was obviously a FUT birthday card that came out on the 22nd of March. We're now into, the 9th of July, and this card is still relevant to me personally because I feel like he ticks a lot of boxes that a lot of other right backs don't tick. So, for instance, he's 6'1", right? And he has insane jumping. He has, 95 jumping without a chem style, and he's 6'1" already. Now, the back post meta has been a problem for God knows how long, and it still is a problem, and it will continue to be a problem until FIFA 20, where there will be a new problem altogether. But, to combat that problem, you need fullbacks who are tall, who are good in the air, and who are strong. This guy ticks nearly every single box you could want. So if you're looking for a fullback to defend against the back post meta, Pavard is one of the better options. Now, there is another card out there who is better than this, but it's a foot swap item, and it's Meunier. Now, that requires, I believe, I'm going off memory here because I didn't plan to say this, but I think it's 9 tokens, correct me if I'm wrong. So you won't be able to get that probably for another week anyway. And of course, a lot of people would probably have already picked up Quincy Promes, or they're going for the Sanchez or the Rashford or something. So I would imagine a lot of people will not bother with Meunier just because it's an awkward time frame. You're either going to be too impatient and go for the smaller ones, or you're going to be playing the long game and going for the bigger ones. But Meunier is, I think, 6'3", and obviously better than this on paper. So he's going to have that aura of just being a better defender, better fullback, better at defending the back post meta, and that's cool. But you name me one other right back who is over 6 foot, who is fast, who is strong, who is very good in the air, and who, with a chem style, turns into a 91 rated right back that ticks every box you could desire. Yeah, exactly. I can't think of any other than 20,000 coins Pavard. Now, it surprised me, actually, when I was looking back at what cards are now back in packs. That's why he's so cheap, is because he's back in packs, and people are literally packing him left, right, and centre, if you are still playing this game and opening packs, of course. The team I've got him in, by the way, is obviously an old team. You can more or less disregard... Oh, I would almost disregard the entire sort of, the gameplay, the screen, the team that I'm playing him in, everything basically, apart from the actual stats and the backbone chem style that we give him. It's almost all but irrelevant. I've updated the review screen at the end of the video, and we can look at how I feel about that. But I mean, that team that I've got him in there now would not be that great. But the team that he could slot into right now, for instance, on my Road to Glory, he could go in as a right back on my Road to Glory instead of Trent. And he would go in there for Chem because he links with Laurent Blanc. This guy obviously plays in a good league, the Bundesliga. There are a lot of good Bundesliga cards out there you could use in front of him. And there are a lot of French players you can use around him, as well as icons and such. So don't be put off by the fact that maybe he doesn't quite fit your team. I'm sure there's a way you can work it. For 20,000 coins, though, honestly, you'd be hard-pressed to find a card that was sort of that good, really. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to be looking at this going, oh, it's 86 rated, I've got a 94 Trent, how can you say that this card is better? it's not better per se, right? It's not that I'm saying, oh, he's better at getting forward, he's better at crossing, he's better at this and better at that, because he's not, right? This guy's crossing with a backbone, which is the chem style I've used, is up to 89. I believe Trent's is like 99, okay? And then you've got his defensive stats that are mid-90s, apart from the heading, which is only 82. Which, by the way, I don't see to be a problem because he has 99 jumping now. I don't care about the accuracy necessarily. I just want him to win the header and get it away from goal. I don't need it to be 99 pinpoint accurate because I just need it away. I don't need it to go anywhere specific. I just need to get it out. So I'm not too concerned about his accuracy of the heading. But yeah, I know there's going to be a 94 Trent. There's Alex Telles if you play him out of position. There's even the flashback Dani Alves who have stats who can compete. Lala, for instance, he's French. He's got an insane card. And again, he can compete with this, if not beat it, right? And, well, of course he can beat it on paper. But the one thing that this Pavard has, or two things technically speaking, that those cards don't, is just the height and the physical presence. Because, yes, okay, those cards may very well be... I mean, he wins the header there, whereas Lala may have struggled to win the header there, because he just doesn't have the height. And you know by now, this game is all about having height and strength. And it doesn't matter if you've got someone with 99 jumping. If you're up against someone who's 6'4", it's game over. It literally matters not one bit, because the height will overpower nearly everything every single time. Now, it's not to say that you can't win headers with the likes of Cannavaro and whatever, but it just makes it that much harder. And to have someone like, for instance, right, I've got Trent on my road to glory. I use the 94. He's a red player pick, and not that I'm flexing, I'm just saying. And he is a very, very, very good fullback, like an insanely good fullback. He's so much fun to use. Going forward, the guy is a dream. However, he gets caught at the back post a lot, and there's nothing I can do about it because you can't stretch him. I can't stick him on a rack and stretch him, essentially. So with that in mind, I think you need to consider maybe dropping down a few ratings, dropping down a few sort of, dropping off a card that you like for practicality. This is something you need to try if you haven't already, especially if you're still playing this game looking to improve. Because at 6'1", and that's essentially what it all comes down to, it's a height thing. At 6'1", the guy is menacing. Now, going forward, you saw a cross go into the box there. It wasn't a bad cross. Unfortunately, my strikers weren't quite alert to the attack, shall we say. But he's a bit of a mountain, and I really do like him. Now, I'm not a massive fan of playing this game anymore. I have played it to death, and the flaws just pop out at me now, whereas they didn't before. And it's just because it's overplayed. But if I am going to play this game again, which, obviously I will do, but, if I'm going to play it and have any degree of enjoyment, I want to make sure that I'm blocking off all the broken mechanics that I can. And this guy ticks the majority of them, not all of them, but the majority of the boxes to stop any sort of free-flowing meta tactics that can come towards you. So the cross comes in here, bang. Pavard is there to stop it. Lala or Trent in particular, and I know this from first-hand experience. I've played like 200 games with my Trent, even more maybe. He would not have won that header, and that would have been either a goal or the goalkeeper would have had to make a spectacular save. His passing around the outside as well is not something that I've mentioned. I did what video was it the other day that I did? Fred. Go watch that Fred review, and there's a lot more Pavard clips in there because I used him at right back in that game, in that review. Sorry, and he was phenomenal at just launching the ball around the outside. It would just about stay in play, and it would end up in the opposition half, right by the penalty box, and it would be so good for a winger who had pace to just get on the end of. His passing is phenomenally good, and he had a backbone on him. And what's his passing with a backbone? 99 passing with 84 vision, and he only has he's got 99 short and long passing. So there we go, that would explain it. In terms of negatives, yeah, he doesn't feel that mobile. His agility is quite poor. I'm honestly not that bothered by it. The heading, I've written it down because it's not great in terms of accuracy, but like I said at the very beginning of this video, I don't need him to be accurate, I just need to get it out. So I've put it in there just for your benefit, just to let you know, but it's not a problem because he actually gets to the header. He wins the headers, and that's all that matters. And of course, his aggression, which can sometimes do it a little bit dirty in terms of going into challenges. You know, that sort of situation where the ball is played into the attacker and the defender comes running from behind, intercepts the ball, and he's away. He doesn't do that as much as I'd like him to do, but all in all, such a good card for the price point and the fact that we're at this stage of the game, and I'm talking about an 86 rated card who is probably the second best fullback in the game in terms of defending against the meta. I think he's absolutely phenomenal, and if you haven't tried him, you really should consider doing so. If you have enjoyed this video, smack that like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.